So we're going to look at number formats, different kinds of formats, and look at some of the content we are going to zero in on today. The next one, which is decreased decimal, then general format, then number, then currency, then we look at long dates, then we look at short dates, then we look at time, then fraction, scientific, text, and so some other stuff there. So now we're going to proceed. So let's get into our data set right now. So when we say number, I'm going to treat all of them once, like collectively. I'm going to treat them as a group. So I may not follow it in any particular order. Now look at the number group here. So this is a group name. This is a group. They are grouped into one particular group. So this is the name of the group, number. Last week we did alignment, so today we are doing number. Now when we say number, at times in your column you are trying to define the kind of data that is going to be entered into that column. So that is where number comes in. If you want it to be just normal integer or figures, fine. If you want it to be a currency value, fine. If you want it to be a percentage value, fine. If you want it to be a fractional value, fine. Or date value, different kinds of data type could be entered into a particular column. So this is where you define it. So if I want to define it now, for instance, I look at this now. This one is, if you look at this place now, you have ID like that. You have ID, you have first name, you have exam score, you have stupid. Now the first one I'm going to look at is decrease or increase decimal. So you can see the increase or decrease decimal here. Sometimes when you're talking about precision, when we're talking about precision, like you have let's say dollar now, let's say $50 30 some people may not regard that cent as anything, so they may not work with they are just working with the approximate value, so they may discard that cent. Or let's say in Nigeria now you have 30 naira 50 kobo. So 50 kobo may not be important to some people, but in accounting or some other sphere they are very, very important. So when you are dealing with precision, that is where decimal places comes in. You understand? So you can either decrease decimal or you increase decimal. So this is where this one is called increase decimal. You can see it from single zero here to double zero. You can see the icon or the symbol that depicts what it implies. Okay, so this is decrease decimal. This is increase decimal, then this is decrease decimal. For instance, I can look at this. Let me just select that cell now. So I want to increase the decimal. You can see the decimal places are increased to 2 decimal places. So if there are 2 numbers after the points or decimal symbol, then it's 2 decimal places. So 3 decimal places like that. Okay, so if I want the entire place to be changed, I can just come here. Let's assume that I select the column I want to enter. I want it to be 3 decimal places by default, so I can increase it possibly to 3 decimal places. Or then if I enter any value, for instance, you see, let me just take it like this and see. So okay, so you can see now. So I'm increasing it now. So I've increased it to 3 decimal places. Or I can select everything here right now. I just select everything here. I can increase it. So it's increasing. So that's increased to 3 decimal places. Okay, so that's how to increase. Then the opposite one is decrease. So you want to remove the precision. You are not careful about the precision, so you are trying to remove precision from that data set. Okay, so you decrease. I'm decreasing now. So I've decreased it. So this is decrease and this decrease and this increase. Okay, that is that for precision. So let's move to the next one. I'm going to touch percentage, of course. This percentage. So you want to change to percentage. It's going to be 3,500, or you can say 3,500% if you convert it to percentage. So if I don't want to convert to percentage, I want to return back to what it used to be, so I will go to general, so it takes it back to no specific format. So that is percentage. 35, just 35. If you want to convert to percentage, times it by 100. Of course, percentage is based on 100. You understand? So if I times it by 100, it's going to be 3,500. So that's what it means, or that's what it implies. Okay, so that is 3,500. You can say 3,500 or 3,500. Okay, so that is it. So if I want to attach dollar, so if I want to remove the percentage, I can go to general. Yeah, remove the percentage. So if I want to attach dollar, I can make it like this. So it attach dollar to it. Or I did other format like pounds or euros like that. So you have them here. Some we have. It depends on how your Excel is updated, like the edition. So that will also determine the kind of symbols or currency symbols that will display in those places. So some even have up to Naira, like Nigerian Naira is there. So that's it. Okay, so it's putting 2 decimal places here because when you're dealing with currency, like in accounting, you must have at least 2 decimal places. So that's why it's added to 0. So if you don't need that, you can decrease it. You understand? So if you want to remove the currency symbols, I will go to this one back. General will remove it and return it back to what it was before, or to the default format. Okay, so I just want to pick them, but this is a shortcut. But you can also find them here. You can also find them in this drop down. So this drop down, you have it here. You have the one of number will take it to 2 decimal places. So you have the one of currency. We attach dollar. With dollar is the first one, that's why it's attaching. So you can change it to pounds, whatever you want to change it to. Okay, so if you don't like that, so the accounting is almost like currency too. Accounting will always maintain that 2 decimal places, okay, and put currency there because you are dealing with finance. Okay, so that is that for accounting. So let me move to the next one, which is short date. Now the figures I want to enter into this place, if I want to streamline it, I want to constrain it to accept, or to accept only dates. So let me select E, this E right now. That is the column E right now. So any value I enter here is going to force it or constrain it to date. So now if I want everybody that enters value here to be constrained to entering short dates. Short date is the short form of date. It's already in stuff like this. So if I want it to be only date, so I'll convert it to date. I can select the entire column right now. So I click short date. If I click short date, it has changed it to date by default. So anything I enter here is going to be constrained to date. It's going to force it to become date. Anything I can, so I'm expected to enter dates here. So if I decide to obey it, yes, it will accept whatever I worked out. So what is it reading here? It's reading the day. That means the month comes first before the day and before the year. Okay, so today, as of the time of recording this video, today is on the 8th of October 2024. So I can write it like this. October is 10th month, so 10/8. 8, today's 8, then 2024. Okay, so it's not going to change it because I'm obedient to that constraint, or to that value is valid. The data is valid. So that is that. Then, so I'm expected to enter date here. That is the meaning. So the next one is long dates. Long dates just give you the entire, this is short form of dates. So if I want to convert to long dates, let me just come here. Let me convert to long dates right now. So it's too long. That's why it's showing stuff like this. So if you have these symbols, you can just expand it. You see, when I expand it, yes, it's showing long date now. So this long date is very easy for people to define, or to understand the day, and to understand also the months, and also the year. It even include the days, the name of the days. Like today is Tuesday right now, so the time of this recording is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024, or the 8th of October 2024. So that is for long dates. I hope it's quite very simple to understand. The next one is time. So you are constraining to time. You see now, it's 12 o'clock by default. So I have to type this 9 a.m. right now. So it has converted everything to, it's trying to constrain me to accept only time. Okay, so 9 a.m. So let me just do stuff like this. 9 a.m. This 9, the hour we are is 9 hour, and also the minutes, and also the time, the second. So if I say AM right now, okay, let me put it capital letter AM. So I don't have any issue because I am obeying the constraint right now. Okay, so that is for time. Okay, now let's move to the next one, which is fraction. I like this fraction because maths, sometimes you are looking at how do I write a fraction. Yes, Excel has made it possible to be able to write fractions. Yeah. So if I type fraction is just a number that is expressed, like you have numerator and denominator. Of course, we know numerator is the upper number and the denominator is the lower number, so it's the base. And so if you have 3/4 now, which is 3/4, 1/4 is 1/4. Half is 1/2. So let's me write half here, which is 1/2, for instance. If I write 1/2, it's going to convert it to date, or to just convert it to any random format, because it's not defined. I've not defined that, okay, fraction should be imputed into that column. What I will do right now is that I want to work with fraction. You know, sometimes it's scary to express your values in decimal, because a lot of people are not familiar with decimal. So sometimes fraction is okay, because you're trying to see how a number is divided into, how many parts a number is being divided into. Okay, so if I select this place, entire place right now, I put fraction here. So if I now want to express it as half is 1/2. 1/2, so it will accept it now. You can see now it's accepting it now, because I've converted that column to fraction. So I'm dealing with this, is just helping me to deal with different data type, or formats. Now the other one is 3/4. It will accept it now. You can see now I can accept fraction here. But of course, in your formula bar, you will see the equivalent fractional, the decimal value. You see the equivalent decimal value here if you look at this place. Okay, so but if you take it here, you see the actual fraction here. But this one, this 3/4, is the same thing as 0.75. So 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. You can see the formula bar. You see the actual decimal equivalent. Okay, now that is for fraction. Can we move forward to the next format right now, which is scientific? So when we are dealing with scientific, we are talking about exponential. If you look at E here right now, the symbol here shows E. So like I said, 3 times 10 raised to power minus 2 now. Or let me just give something like this. Let me clear everything here. I don't need those stuff again. I go to clear right now. So this is delete, clear all. So I clear everything here right now. Okay, so now we are dealing with scientific. For instance, 0.08 or 0.8, it means, let me write it like this, 0.8. 0.8 is the same thing as, let me bring my pen here. So I'm looking at 0.8. So 0.8, you move the decimal here, it becomes 8/10. 8/10. That is if you're converting to fraction. But if you are converting to exponent, if you want to convert it to exponential value, like in terms of 10 times 10, like that, so it's going to be 8. How many times you move the decimal to make it a whole number, or a whole number? So you move it by, that is 1, just a single time. So it's going to be, because you move it to the right hand side, if you have done that in high school or secondary school, so you understand what I'm saying. So it's going to be -1, because I move it just a single time. So guess now, maybe you can put it on the comment section. So 0.008. So what is it going to give you? 0.008. Okay, let me just give you the answer. It's going to be 8 times 10. So guess how many times you move the decimal. So I move the decimal 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be -3. So let's do it in Excel right now. Let's look at it. So 0.8. If I'm converting to, if I convert it to, let me just convert the entire column first. So I convert it to scientific right now. So it's going to be, you can see now, this one means 8 times 10 raised to power -1. That is the meaning. So this one will give me 0. If I give you 0.008, like this one I said, so 0.008, you can see it. So you get something like this. So it's going to be 8. So it's going to be, you see -3 there. So if I convert it now, it's going to be 8 times 10 raised to power, that's exponential. The E implies exponential, raised to power -3. Okay, so that is for scientific. Okay, so let's move to the last one, which is text. So these numbers are all the numbers I've treated. Most times we are dealing with number, yes, we have dealt with dates. So most of the data we are dealing with, their numbers. Now what if, and sometimes I can't deal with numbers, or let me just put it this way, numbers are not regarded as text, and numbers are different. So what this text implies, that it's going to deal with the value there as a text, as an alphabetical value, not a figure like a number. You understand? So this text, that's what it implies. So if I come to this place now, I say 090. Most of our numbers, local numbers, phone numbers, start with 090 or 080. So it will knock off, because Excel regards most times by default it's numbers. If you write something like this, so it's going to knock off the value before the 0 before the 9. So you see it right now. So, but if I don't want something like this, I want to convert it. I have to convert it to text. So anything I put there will be regarded as text, and the text can start with, when I say text, I mean characters that are varied. It could include 0, it could include A, it could include B, it could include C, it could include 7, it could include hash or symbols like that. Okay, so let me just put it this way right now. So if I convert to text for instance, convert to text, if you look at this, there's text right now. So if I write 090 now, it will accept the 0 there. It's not going to knock it off again because it's not looking at this as a number. You understand that no number starts with 0, like 01, it means 1. So no number starts with 0 like that. That's why it knocks it off. But if I convert it to text, then it will stay. So 080, it will allow it to stay. So that is one of the use of that text. So I'm going to wrap up the video by saying that this stuff we have dealt with just now, we are focusing more on how to deal with number format. So please, if you have any new things that you have discovered about this, please do let me know. I'll be glad to also get your view. But there's one I haven't touched, which is this comma. So this comma is very important to me. It's a way to format numbers in thousands. For instance, I have 1000 now. 1000 is 1,00030. Okay, so if you have 1000 here right now, and I change it to okay, let me give a fresh stuff here right now. So let me clear this, clear everything here. So let me just have this 1000. If I have this 1000, then I want, this one is very important because in currency you need this thing to be able to read your value very well. If you have 1 million, so it will help you to be able to separate the 3 zeros, group 3 zeros, so I easily know that it's millions. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, this is millions, so it will help you a lot. So that is that for the comma style. So it's very important. In program we call it number format also. So that we format the number so that you'll be able to read large values easily. So thank you very much for listening to this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Do have a wonderful day.